Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. I hope you're having a great day. Today, it's not raining. Today, there's a little bit of sunshine in the sky. So, we're having a great day, and I hope that you're having a great day too. A couple of days ago, I was talking about the potential of a trade between the United States and Canada. That particular story has gotten quite a bit of traction. And what I'm happy about is that I'm getting some likes from that, and I'm also getting one or two new people who are subscribing. We are hoping to get to 50 subscribers. That's our next goal. We are at 47 right now, and we appreciate the fact that you have taken time to subscribe. It only takes a second. You hit the subscribe button, and it says subscribed, and that's it. There's no cost, there's no pain, no muss, no fuss, as they say. And the same thing with likes. There's a little thing that looks like a thumbs up. If you touch that, it changes color, and we then have another like. We're trying to get to 300, and we're a few short, and we certainly hope that you'll take a moment to do that as well. We want to continue the conversation between the United States and Canada. It is a fact that the United States spends a lot of money every year trying to help Canada to be able to survive. It is not a secret that there have been some problems in Canada, one of the biggest of which is that a liberal government has a spending problem. Same thing that has happened here in the United States. When you have a liberal group of people running the country, the money that they spend is astronomical. Then you begin to have to borrow, or you begin to have to get help from other countries in order to survive. And that has been the situation in the United States and also in the country of Canada. But Mark Carney has finally come for a visit to President Trump. And President Trump is notably more or less in the main seat of the negotiations because of the fact that Canada is having so many problems. They are trying to negotiate for their lives, and that's a very important thing to do. Now, Canada just had an election in which more liberals were brought into the government, and that is not going to be a thing that will help the country long term. Liberal people in government naturally want to control the people. They will do several things. Number one, they will dumb the people down so that they can control them. They will tax the dickens out of them so that they can control them. And then they will grow government to the point where the government has to borrow. And when that happens, then the people are no longer in control of the government. The government is in control of the people. And this will happen in any country that gets an opportunity to have a liberal government with a liberal agenda. This has happened all across Europe. In fact, there are some countries in Europe, some of the older ones, that have had to reset their economy numerous times, 20, 30, 40 times, because the economy would get so bad that they had no choice but to do something. And when you have to do that, then your economy basically begins to die. And every time it dies, something has to be done. And that's no way for a country or for a people to survive. You cannot keep up with the economy as an individual. Now, you and I, as families, we have to keep our financial system in order. A lot of your companies have to keep their financial system in order. If you don't do those things, your family goes bankrupt, your company goes bankrupt, and you simply do not have a system by which you can survive. Well, when the government begins to tax the people to the point that the people can't survive, that becomes a real problem as well. But governments seem to think that they can get away without having to control their monetary situation because they can borrow. Well, it does get to the point where you can't do that anymore either. And then you have to hope that there are countries around you that will help you with your problems. You have to hope that there are countries that are willing to help you, give you what you need. Unfortunately, in this day and age, if a country helps another country very much, they ultimately have to borrow the money so that they can do that. And when they borrow the money, then it is a cost to the other country. President Trump wants to change that. He wants the Canadian government to do a little better job of protecting itself through a military system. And he wants the borders to be closed so that fentanyl can't get across the border and Americans won't lose their lives. There are in the hundreds of thousands of Americans that have died at the hands of fentanyl. Some of it has come through the southern border, and the southern border has pretty much been sealed. It's about 95% sealed at this point. And President Trump wants the northern border to also be sealed. Well, Mark Carney decided as soon as he was elected that he was not going to cooperate with President Trump. He was not going to trade with President Trump. He was going to try to find other countries to trade with. It became so costly that even paying the higher tariffs was better than having to try to send things to other countries, because once you get into the shipping lanes, the prices of sending your products elsewhere becomes astronomical. It's not rocket science. President Trump is not trying to hurt Canada. He does have a feeling that he has to help America first because he works for the American people. And what he is doing is giving the control of the federal government back to the American people. And that is what he wants for each and every country. That is going to be a part of the quantum financial system. He wants each of those nations to be able to give the monetary system and the control of the government back to the people. You can't do that with a liberal government because the liberal government will fight the people. They'll always fight the people. Now, there's a group of people in Canada that votes liberal and may continue to vote liberal, but as long as you do that, you're only hurting yourself because you're losing control of your government. You need to subside with that, and you need to encourage your government to cooperate with President Trump. He is not going to lead Canada wrong. He is not going to hurt Canada. He wants what is best for the American people, and he also wants what's best for the Canadian people. He realizes that the folks that are north of the border are friends with the American people. As a matter of fact, we who are Americans love the Canadian people very much. You are like brothers and sisters to us, and we hope that you feel the same way about us. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. Please remember to give us a like. We're trying to get to 300 likes. And please remember to subscribe. We need 3 more to get to 50, and we appreciate your help. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good day. Good day.